All right, very good. We are live.
That's it.
That's wonderful. So, you might have seen the topic. Should I let poop come out of my mouth?
It's very serious.
What does the Bible say? It's a great question. No, but metaphorically speaking,
Yes,
not
literally. I mean, literally, definitely not.
Yes.
Metaphorically?
It's no on both accounts. Okay, whether you take it literally or not.
Unless you've got it in there, then you should get it out.
Just the answer is obviously no. Okay.
No.
But it's like surprising how often people do speak in a very terrible way about their situations and about everything negative that they're going through. I remember a good man of God once, what if we were always prophesying?
What if you were? That's a scary thought.
Very great question. What if we were always prophesying? So that is what we're talking about, our words, what we speak, what we're speaking over our life, what we're speaking about. Hello, Jimmy.
Hey.
We love you too. Thanks for breaking out the new emoji that they brought out for
Where is this emojis? I'm not seeing.
For it's a hug emoji, like the hugging a heart. It's like
you can't literally hug, but you
James,
can virtually hug.
Yeah. I think it's a virtual hug. Is that right? Tell us. Let us know in the comments what is with that new emoji. It's just something Facebook's done to help try and get us through. But so my wife and I have an expression with this letting poop come out of your mouth, and it's really helped us because she reminds me when I start to get negative. It was a bit. When I start to get negative, she brings this up. Hey, Pastor Jimmy, we love you. It's from this movie, Anchorman.
Ron, why did you say that? Why? Why, Ron? You're my hero, Ron. Garth, I think like that. Poop. Your poop mouth. Poop out of your mouth. Garth, if I were to give you some money out of my wallet, would that ease the pain? I hate you, Ron Burgundy. I hate you.
So that's it. Hey, Amanda. So my wife would apparently it means care. Oh, okay, that emoji apparently means care.
Right.
Glad to see you laughing. Glad we're making somebody laugh. That's we take joy very seriously, which you could probably tell from like the ridiculous titles of our videos. Hey, Amanda.
We thought
Candace.
long and hard about that title.
We did. We deliberated because we're like, ooh, should we even say that? Like,
Can you say poop?
would Jesus say that? I don't know. I'm not Jesus. I've never said that I was, but anyway.
Close.
I'd like to be like him. So I want to read to you what it says in Mark. It's 11:22. It says, "So Jesus answered and said to them, 'Have faith in God. Assuredly I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that those things he says will be done, he will have whatever he says.'" Now, the following verse 24, talks about prayer, and this is Kenneth Hagin Sr., hello, Lizzie,
Hey.
it says, the first two verses, they don't mention prayer at all. They are talking about what you say.
Right.
So that is, what you say is important in receiving from God. Have faith in God. For surely I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, whoever says, speaking,
Right.
be removed and be cast into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, no doubt, but believes those things which he says will be done. He will have whatever he says. So 3 times it talks about says, what we say, and then once in the next verse it talks about, prayer from there.
Right.
We love you. Thank you, Lizzie. So it's important. What we say really, really matters.
It does.
And
sure.
so the answer is definitely no. Don't let poop come into your mouth. Let me read one more scripture.
Into or out of.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Right.
Kind of.
So what's in your heart it's going to come out.
Often, yeah, comes out.
Hey, that's me.
So-
I'm watching. Hi.
Yeah, you might get comments quicker. Who knows?
Well, that's why. Oh, look, he waved at me.
Request to be in broadcast. What's this?
I don't know.
Did you do that?
No,
Did
maybe.
someone request to be in the broadcast? Let us know. Something popped up on the screen. Happy to have you on.
Really?
Possibly. I don't know.
We haven't gone there yet. That could go really bad.
Jimmy, we'd love to have you
That's
on.
true,
Join
Jimmy.
in.
Jimmy gets a green light.
Yeah, that's right. So listen to this in the amplified. I'll crank up the volume to 100 decibels.
If you can.
I won't really. Amplified, it's a translation. Never mind. Okay.
Oh, I get it.
So I'm like breaking out all Rodney Howard Brown's jokes. It's 1820. A man's moral self shall be filled with the fruit of his mouth, and with the consequences of his word he must be satisfied, whether good or evil.
Oh, boy.
Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they who indulge in it shall eat the fruit of it. Whoa.
It's scary.
Scott,
It's scary.
David, it is. It's wild. So
Full on.
man
Where's
is
the little man?
satisfied by the fruit of his lips, by what you say. And for Lou and I, we've really experienced Olivia Gregg. We see her face up there. It's great.
Ah.
It's great to, and I can say actually see you because, you
What's
know,
the picture?
you're there. But
I can't see David's face.
we really, we really experienced the truth of this, what it says, that man will be satisfied by the fruit of his mouth, because having 4 kids with number 5 on the way, just gave a baby announcement.
How dare you.
So having 4 kids, you know, you tend to get up early and stay up late and burn the candle at both ends, and it's wonderful. But we would often, you know, getting up through the night, we would talk about how tired we were.
All the time.
Right. And
Let
hello, David.
Letting poop come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
And never once did I feel rejuvenated or, oh, gee, now that I've said that, I'm so glad.
Get that out of my
Thanks,
system.
Lizzie. That's right. So, you know, but we found quite the opposite, that when we were convicted of this truth, to not let our mouths just run and to not let metaphorical poop come out of our mouth. Brett Kamler, glad to see you. Or what
Yeah,
is that
Creone.
picture of? And Creone, hello.
I don't know.
So when we stopped saying and talking about how tired we were,
Yeah.
what happened?
Well, we stopped being tired.
I'm telling you.
No, it was sarcastic. It was sarcastic as heck. And I
Initially,
didn't
it
even
was
know
sarcastic.
where it came from. Like, I just started saying, I feel great. I feel great.
Initially,
It was so bad. It was so sarcastic.
it was like a lie.
And so
but
we started laughing about it. And
Yeah.
yeah, but then, like, it just changed.
it did. It honestly did.
And it was like a light bulb went on, and I was like, oh, we were like far out. And then watching messages on this sort of stuff like that, yeah, it's a slap of truth, and it slapped me in the face. And
It
it was
did.
like, you run your mouth, and that's your problem. It's like,
Yeah.
me, my own problem? No.
You could be your own worst enemy. Your own
Could
biggest
be.
problem could be
You could be.
what comes out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That could be your number one problem. Why does this keep happening to me? Well, are you changing the way that you speak about it?
Right.
You know, because
Oh, it's like an assault on my ears now. Like, not to be mean to anybody else, really, but like when people say, like, oh, this always happens to me, or
Yeah.
I'm always getting sick, I'm like,
Whoa.
why are you
Yeah.
saying that?
because we've changed so much in what we will allow ourselves to say. And so this is where, hello Teresa and Jimbo, hello. We've changed so much in that Lou would pick me up on what I would say and use that Ron Burgundy quote of saying, let poop come out of your mouth. You know, you use that quote and I'd be like, okay, rebuke received. I've got to try and, you know, pick up my game and be a little bit more careful.
I do it less and less these days.
Yeah.
Not the rebuking part, just of that specific thing.
Yeah. So our words have great power. The power of life and death is in the tongue. And when we become like God, it says in Romans 4:17 that he calls the things which are not as though they were. You'll see throughout the scriptures, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. His words have creative power.
And
what he says happens. You'll see in the life of Jesus that when he spoke something, it happened. When he said to Lazarus, come forth, Lazarus came forth, even though he was dead 4 days. When he said to the storm, be still, the storm was stilled.
Right.
What he spoke happened. And I mean, powerful. If we want to become like Jesus, we need to incline our ear to what the word says and get the word in us and hear his voice, the voice of the Father, what God is saying to us, and speak that out of our mouths,
right.
And it will happen. And that's what Mark 11, 22, 23, 24, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's like, well, what, moving literal mountains? That sounds absolutely ridiculous. Okay, well.
Okay. So it's like a lot of
that is what it's about. But did you know what? They're actually in the incredible story. They're in.
It's a long story, but yeah.
It's kind of long, but I can shorten it for the sake of the viewers. There's Marco Polo, right? So in his historical account of everything that happened, as he was traveling through somewhere in the Middle East, he was told of an instance where there was there was a Christian community, and there was a Muslim group that was very large, and the Muslim ruler came to these Christian people and said, hey, I've read in the Bible that it says that whoever says to this mountain and doesn't doubt in his heart, be thou removed and be cast into the sea, will happen if he says it. So if you can't make that mountain, and like pointed to a literal mountain, that mountain move from over there to over here, if you can't move that mountain in so many days, then we're going to come back to this place and we're going to kill everyone. And so, believe it or not, the Christians began to pray.
That's a good idea.
They began to pray. And someone, when they were praying, had a vision or felt the Lord say, find the one-eyed shoemaker and he'll help. And they went to the village. Don't ask why he had one eye. It's not a happy story always. Anyway, went to the place and found this one-eyed shoemaker who loved God and prayed, and and he went and prayed. The Muslim, I keep thinking sheikh, but I don't know what, is that Buddhist or something else? Okay, not Muslim at all. Who knows what religion? Could have been anything. Don't be racist bigot. Anyway.
It's not racist, but anyway.
So he spoke to this mountain. They prayed, and the mountain literally shifted, and and people weren't killed. And the Muslim guy that was in charge of it all, that was going to have them killed, when they buried him, they found a cross on his neck, and so he became a believer. So it looks like. So, hey, I am not at all against literal mountains moving, because Jesus already demonstrated that he had the power over the wind and the waves. What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the waves obey him? Right.
So mountains too.
Mountains too. All that to say, mountains too.
Well, that's
Heck
right.
yeah, literal. I'm talking literally.
But I mean,
so I'm just saying, I'm not
lives,
watering down the word one iota.
No, that's right. But in our lives, there will be like mountains that need to move.
Like,
would be nice.
I'm so tired.
Or people go through things. It's horrible,
true.
and you want them to move, and so
You do.
use your mouth as a weapon. It's a weapon.
It's a weapon for good or for evil.
That's right.
For building up or tearing down.
Mm. Yeah, so if you just shoot your mouth off, it's like, a wild cannon going off all the time.
Like it says in James.
There you go. The tongue being the smallest member, most powerful, like a ship's rudder and all, you know, you shoot that thing off, it'll fire.
It'll set a forest on fire.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you have to really watch your mouth.
Don't
take my word for it. Take Garth's word for it.
That's right. Where did it go?
More take the word of God for it, because it says it in there about 1 billion times. So
That's exactly right. So
you don't need to do that.
no, we do.
Oh boy.
Let's have the extended edition. Just for those that missed it, you know.
Oh dear.
Bit of an advertisement. You don't want to see that, but
Ow, not at this time.
extended edition. So what we're talking about, why did we title this video this? Why didn't we just title it? Couldn't they just give it a normal title? No, we couldn't.
No.
Sorry. Why is there no volume?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's
this is
wrong
like
one.
the...
Why? You're my hero, Ron. Garth, you come out with stink like that. Poop. Garth, if I were to give you some money out of my wallet, would that ease the pain? I hate you, Ron Burgundy. I hate you.
Always remember that as the damage that can be done when we allow poop to come out of our mouth like Ron Burgundy did.
That's literally the
Don't
whole
do
plot.
that. Don't offend Garth. Be kind to Garth, okay?
It's ridiculous.
But the truth isn't, so. We love you.
Yes. Sorry about that.
All the best. Great to see your faces up here. Great to see your faces. We love you heaps and look forward to when we can actually get together.
Yes, not just give a hug on the emoji.
Yes, not the emoji hug, though I appreciate that hug very much, that emoji hug. Brett, miss you, Matt. You're a good man. Hope you've had a chance to watch the last... Oh, I did. I haven't seen any of the Michael Jordan documentary, but the media's been going crazy about it. Hello, Pastor Andrew. Great to see you. Your face is very small there, but we can actually see you. Yeah, so... Yeah, I haven't seen any of the Jordan documentary, yeah. All right, great.
Okay.
Okay, see you later.